All right, I'm back with more Outward, and we're going to run about 2 hours worth of playtime in under 30 minutes because I've got it sped up 4 times. Just something I'm doing just for fun. And we're going to go up here, do a little repair and sleep, and keep doing the same thing. Just going out here scavenging for some money so I can get the perks that I need to make it a little more pleasant. I don't know how, you know, I watched the others just to see if it was tolerable, and I thought it was okay. So I'm just gonna keep doing the same thing. Who knows? Maybe when I get into the actual faction quest, I'll just do it double time and not do 4 times. I'm not sure. It just spares a lot. He's moaning here because he's the one that fell asleep at the lighthouse and got us all shipwrecked. It's like quit your belly aching, bub. But he's going to go out and try to find his own way, kind of like me and Roland and the other chick, which I forgot her name already, Ariel, whatever. Um, she's going to be a monk at the Holy Mission, I reckon. I've done that one off video, and then the one I did last was the Levant quest with our other fella. There we go. We'll take him out. Because I got this sword from the last one. That's the prayer sword. And it ain't too bad. It's a pretty good little deal here. I'm going to make my run around. It's a long weekend because it's holiday weekend, so I'm off today. It's Monday. I didn't really do anything over the weekend. I did record a song that I'd been working on, and I posted it. If you want to hear it, it's the one back. It's Wicked Game by uh, Isaac, something I don't know. It's a groovy tune and it's easy to play. I'm doing it on the guitar, but you don't see it because I run that track separate from the vocals, so I can just do it on a kind of a loop because it's kind of the same pattern through the song. So once you do a few seconds of it, you can just loop it around and sing it. It starts out in like a B minor, and that minor chords, they kind of started off at a groovy tune, man. My stomach's growling right now, so hopefully you don't pick it up on this camera or microphone I'm using. It's just the hand controller. When I was on the PS4, I could plug in my Blue Yeti mic and get probably a better sound, but I haven't found that works on PS5. I'm still kind of learning all of this. I've gone in there, that little cave before, but there's nothing that I can tell that's interesting in there. I know if you do the Vanderval, where you're killing those three leaders there, and you pull the wrong chain where you can get into the deal, you'll drop you into that cave, and then you got to find your way back out. Kind of fight your way back out because there's troglodytes in there. Yeah, we'll get these fellas. Yeah, that took a little longer than it should have, but I'll eat and bandage myself up. I'm trying to make it through this campaign without dying any, and then you'll get a. Oh hell, I can't think this morning. Apparently, there's an achievement for going through it without dying. I'll pause a lot. I think it just looking at this in fast motion, it's kind of a sensory thing, and it makes you stumble a little bit because you're trying to think of what you want to say, and then you're kind of got all this stuff going on here. I want to get this guy here if I can. Say now he come close, so I can't be that um, careless if I want to go through this without dying. Anyway, this dude's got some kind of a treasure uh, deal that he's got, so we might take that. It said that journey starts in the cabin of a ship that's in the sand. Well, I know where that's at because that was that holy mission there in close to Levant, there in that desert. And in that cabin is a shark because I've jumped in there, but I just jumped right back out because I didn't really want to fight him in those close quarters. So we might, I don't know if I'll take that before I start any quest, but it would be an interesting thing to do that's not quite as boring as this can be once you've done it a few times. And just like this, you just go around getting your money because that's their form of leveling up. So I might head to the desert once I get some of the perks that I need to make it a little more fun and not just brutal. But who knows? Yeah, I'm going to run this way now. Yeah, I might have enough. Yeah, let me get him of the rations to get through to Berg and just do that. Then I'll get the rest of the money because I know I'm short for everything that I want. But you can only stay in one spot for so long till it drives you crazy. But while I'm doing that, there's a shipwreck here and a chest, but it's got a secret compartment. And as many times as I've done it, I always say I'm going to remember that, and then I kind of always stumble with it. But I think it's the stars. The moon follows the stars, maybe. Yep, I grabbed this stuff. It gives you the option to leave it, but I grab it. I'm going to go ahead and build a campfire here and cook my meat because when you travel, if you're not careful, whatever you have as far as raw food is going to rot and you'll lose it. So you might as well cook everything you got before you go. Now we're on our way to Berg. I do a, I try to do a lot of different things that are creative with art and singing and stuff like that. Done uh, a lot of public speaking in my day and enjoy that. My dad, he was a minister. I'm kind of a fifth generation minister myself, but I'm kind of grown somewhat agnostic to the way we were raised. It's just amazing to me that everybody wants to be an expert in things that you can't prove. That way you can't prove them wrong. And I'm thinking, well, some of the stuff we just don't know. We're not for sure. It makes sense, but I think things might be a little bit different than the way I was raised. And of course, Dad's passed away. He'd be rolling in his grave if he knew I pondered, the possibility that we were wrong. But I'm kind of thinking that that's a possibility. I'm not saying that we were for sure, but how do you be so confident in things that you can't prove one way or the other? And he'd always get kind of aggravated at me because I'd like to sing. And he's like, Derek, why don't you do what you're good at? You're good at public speaking. He was always more impressed with that. And then, yeah, as far as he's concerned, I couldn't carry a tune in a bucket. Well, he probably was true. I like to sing. He got mad at me when I would try, I guess, because I wasn't good enough. But, you know, he done the best he could. I'm not going to develop any kind of hate towards the man, because he wasn't perfect. He had a lot of good qualities, you know, taught me a lot of stuff. He would probably be heartbroken to know that most of the stuff he taught me was how I don't want to be. But that's still a lesson in itself. Everybody was really a teacher. They're either teaching you how you should be by example or what you don't want to be by the dumb stuff that they do. And you can learn and you cannot be aggravated, at the circumstances that way. You can say, well, he taught me, he's a master. See, I'm getting off on all these other tangents because this stuff is running so fast. And I'm just kind of blabbing while it goes. Well, see, there's usually bandits right here, but there's not. But I also know where to pick up. This chest I've missed so many times in playing that because it's kind of hidden because you focus on that one because it's obvious. We'll run our loop here because I know where some stuff is here too. Now we'll get what's in there. They had some poison arrows. That's groovy, man. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to smack this critter up on this hill. He'll run down here and get the attention of this iron dog. And while they're fighting, I'm going to run past them and grab this chest. Of all things, there's Master Trader garb in there. I wouldn't have spent my $400 on it if I knew that was there. And then, see, I'm off. I didn't have to fight either one of them. They're fighting themselves. So sometimes if you let the enemies fight themselves, you can sneak around them and accomplish what you need without any bloodshed. Unfortunately, these guys here were in my path, so they're going to have to die, but I always consider myself a pacifist, but some consider that meaning I pass my fist across your face if you cross me, but nah, that's just a little brutal. Probably because they know at times I had a temper, but my temper's been stunted with the late onset symptoms of Tourette's. So even that has its benefits and a lot that I've learned from it. There we go. We'll see how much I can get here. I was thinking there because I hit my hour mark if I was going to go a second hour or not, but I decided to go ahead and do that. Usually on PS5, when you get to that hour, there's a countdown. So you know your last 5 minutes that you can shut it off without losing anything. So I got to about 57-ish minutes and restarted it back. Took a little break and refilled my coffee. We'll go this way. I went the other way before, so I know where things here. But see, there's no bandits here either, and there's usually is. Interesting. I know there's a chest right here. Yep, got some more arrows. I started to go fishing and then decided not to. Like, sometimes that's just a waste of time. Unless you need the substance and you want to cook you some fish. Put things around since I've got all but one perk that I need. And that last one is the primal rage or something like that. Feral rage, something. I don't know. Feral strike. What am I thinking? That's it. I'll get this one here. Run up the hill because there's usually more bandits here. But lo and behold, they're not. I'm thinking that they all must be partying somewhere. Hmm. All right, well, I know where some more stuff is, so I'll go do that. There we go. We'll get them. Look, look. There you go. Got him. Taking no damage. That's all right. Oh, there's another one. We'll get him. Boy, I hate it when they kind of all, there's too many of them, so I'm going to back off a little bit and try to get them from a distance because they got me hurting. Let me eat some meat and do a bandage here. Drink some water and come up and get that stuff. Get that last one that was lingering. But now there's three more. It's like, my God, I guess all the bandits that were supposed to be at those other spots have gathered in one place. They were probably having a meeting here by this country well to see who they're going to pillage. They didn't expect me to come along and wipe them out. Well, maybe I'll get that stuff, but here's another one. See, there's even more. I'd have to slow it down and count everybody, but my God. I hate that stupid ice witch. Trying to get it without getting hit and getting being slowed down from her blast. There's that one. Okay, now that's put me overweight. So I've got quite a bit of stuff just from this one area. Try to remember to pick up everything, but I'm kind of full now anyway. I'll head back to town and sell it and see what we got. That's kind of crazy, man. I still see no bandits here. So maybe they're starting spawn over there somewhere and they walk to their locations that they're going to hang out for a while. I don't know. I've just never seen that many in one spot. There we go. Sell half of them. I like to keep everything down to no more than twos, but just for weight management, I guess. Um, hmm, I don't have enough for what I want, so I'll take a nap. I don't know if I need to repair or not, but yeah, I'll do 5 and 5 and repair my fishing pole, I think is what I did. There we go. Hard to tell when it's that fast, but I said I might, if I'm doing other stuff, I might slow it down a bit. I want to make me a butt ton of arrows. So I have like 15 pounds of arrows shoved in my pocket. I guess I got to watch because that's going to put holes in my pocket. And then when I put my loose change in there, they'll kind of dribble down your pants and then you think you tinkled yourself. And then you're all embarrassed for nothing. But then you realize you got holes in your pockets from all the arrows you're carrying. It's kind of a weird thing. Anyway, I know, and I'll be surprised if there's another group of bandits up here, but you never know. That was just crazy. Nope. We'll go down to this little bandit camp, more like a deserted bandit camp. There's nobody here but a ghost horse, which is kind of cool. Kind of makes you wish you could tame it and ride it. Kind of right there. Yep. We'll run in here, grab the stuff. Now that's a dagger I like to use. I don't know if I'll save it or not if I ever use a dagger. I'll leave the rest of the stuff on that table so they don't know we done cleaned him out. And now we'll go to the Immaculate's Cave because I know where that's at on this map. And we'll do that kind of that same thing where we'll just ask for help, but then say you need it more than I do. And see if there's any benefit to that. It's like being charitable for alternative reasons, which I guess is all right if you're being nice, just nice. I like to do things sometimes with the thought of nothing in return. You're just kind of being nice to be nice. But there we go. Like, hey, buddy. Yeah, now you keep your stuff. You need it more than I do. And he thanks me for being kind, human, considering his needs. Well, you're welcome, bub. I only have about 4 minutes before I'm going to cut this. And see, that's been 2 hours of playtime getting to this position in like 37 minutes. Okay, he had some stuff I can sell. I'm never really too excited when I see that stupid cooking pot because I don't really cook out. I will like in my house or in like a regular kitchen, but it just weighs too much. I'd rather pack my weight with stuff I can sell, and I'm going to get them out of the way and just ignore them, run around them. There you go. Now there's that living wood axe. I've heard people say they really like that, but I don't see the stats. But I think maybe you can craft something. You can turn it into something else that's a little more beneficial, which is sometimes I've crafted stuff. I will the coral bow if I can't afford the war bow. I thought there was something better than that, but I got like a sapphire or something out of it, so I guess it's worth it. I'll come down here and No, or there's one more thing. See, that's the good thing about having all this stuff memorized. Come down here and go through it, and what do you know? There's a traitor. Now you think he would be on the other side, but instead of facing the hill, somebody can sneak up on him. There we go. Yeah, that's why. I kind of think there might be something to reincarnation, but if you could remember it, it'd be like this game, it'd be a little more beneficial. You could learn from it, but maybe some of the stuff is so traumatic that you remembering it would blow your mind. I know I have flashbacks of every dumb thing that I've ever done. And if you're reliving every dumb thing you've done in every life, I guess that would be a miserable existence. So I guess there's a point. I started to think that there might be, like I needed some more money, but then I just remembered I've got everything I need for this last perk. So I've got what I came for. I'm going to run over here and get this. Um, yeah, Feral Strike. And then I'm going to end it. But anyway, you guys have a great day. Bye.